Hello and welcome to the second in our trifecta of ceremonies in this 3-day period. My name is Megan Kaiser. I'm the director of the undergraduate nursing program at University of Michigan-Flint, and I am thrilled that we were able to get our graduates and so many of their family members in this room for this ceremony. Yesterday we had our Pi Delta induction, today is pinning, and as hopefully you all know, tomorrow is commencement, hence the trifecta. My role today will be really to make sure that the ceremony moves along and to do a lot of introductions. And my very first introduction is our dean, Dr. Cynthia McCurran, who will give us some welcoming remarks from the School of Nursing.
Thank you, Dr. Kaiser. What an honor it is for me to be here to bring greetings and to all of you that are graduating, but also to the family members and friends that are here today, because none of these graduates would be here without the support of all of you. So I think we should give a round of applause to all of those who helped you all get to where you are. And as we start this very special ceremony, which is being held just to celebrate those who are graduating today, I want to offer just a few words of reflection. When I think about the journey that you've been on to earn your degrees, I want to point out that during the last year of your educational journey, a very monumental event occurred. In May of 2021, the National Academies of Science, Engineering, and Medicine, along with the Robert Wood Johnson's Foundation, released their consensus report that had been prepared for over 2 years. It was informed by public sessions, by town halls, by a group of 15 professionals, that's interdisciplinary professionals, that served on the committee. And they also had another 18 experts who served as a review panel. And the title of the report, The Future of Nursing, 2020-2030, Charting a Path to Achieve Health Equity. In 400 pages, this report shares the vision for the achievement of health equity in the United States, built on the strengthened nursing capacity and expertise to engage the profession in the complex work of aligning public health, social services, and public policies. As I said, this is monumental, not only for the profession, but for healthcare overall. The report is explicit about leadership, noting that much change will be required. Enlightened, diverse, courageous, and competent leadership is needed. Nurses have always been key to the health and well-being of patients and communities, but a new generation of nurse leaders is now needed, from the point of care to the boardroom. A new generation of leaders. What insight is relevant to ensure you have leadership acumen? I recently read a reflection on leadership by William Deresiewicz, and he had a piece entitled Solitude and Leadership. I think some of his thoughts are the insight that will be what you need moving forward. He reflects, why is it so often that the best people are stuck in the middle and the people who are running things, the leaders, are mediocre? These individuals are pleasing their superiors, jumping through hoops, getting along by going along, not taking risks, trying not to change how things are done or question why they are done. They're just keeping the routine going. I promise you, you will meet these leaders. You will be in environments where conformity is rewarded. But I tell you this because I want you to decide to be a different kind of leader. Mr. Deresiewicz also noted, we have leaders who can answer questions but don't know how to ask them, who can fulfill goals but don't know how to set goals, who think about how to get things done, but not whether they are worth doing in the first place. He stresses what we need are thinkers. You as nurses must be able to formulate a new direction for the country, for our healthcare system, and for patient populations. A new way of doing things, a new way of looking at things. We need people with vision. What makes a leader a thinker is confidence and courage to argue for ideas even when they are challenging or not accepted. And more than anything, one needs moral courage to stand up for what you believe and what you know is right. Recall that Mr. Duresowicz suggested that solitude interfaces with leadership. What does that mean? One's first thought is never the best thought. It is only by concentrating, sticking to the issue, being patient, and letting all parts of the mind and soul come into play that an original idea can emerge. So we need time for solitude, for that introspection and reflection. And while it may seem like the opposite of solitude, you also need friendship. This is the friendships that are deep. They allow long, interrupted talk with another person, a person you can trust, to whom you can unfold your soul, the person to whom you can acknowledge your doubts, your questions, your feelings, or your opinions. And this is how you can discover what you truly believe and what you want to champion. You must find the strength and wisdom to challenge an unwise order or to question a wrong-headed policy. You, as nurses, will have to find words of comfort. I can promise you, you will face harsh realities that others never will in a lifetime, because you will be the leader. I want to just share a couple of examples of the leadership development that has gone and been allowed and promoted within the School of Nursing for these graduates as they have gone along their educational journey. And one of the experiences that students can have is to participate in the Student Nurse Association, which is their pre-nursing professional group. It has a national connection as well. And there is an individual among the second degree program that has served as one of the leaders of our SNA, and she has been the treasurer, and her name is Brenda James. Brenda, would you stand up and be recognized for your leadership? Thank you. And as already was referenced by Dr. Kaiser, yesterday we had a number of graduates that were inducted into our chapter of Sigma Theta Tau, which is our honor society. That is a clear demonstration of those who have demonstrated leadership and commitment to the organization and high achievement. So all of you that were inducted into Sigma Theta Tau last night, please stand. Thank you. So you can see we've given opportunities for many of these graduates, and there are many other outstanding examples and points of pride among the graduates that have been shared with me by the faculty and the staff. I believe that we are looking at the future of nursing right here and now in this room. As the dean, and I know speaking on behalf of the faculty and the staff, we are proud of each of you that are graduating today and anticipate with confidence that the future of healthcare is in good hands, led by nurses that are charting a path to a culture of health for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dean McCurran. So now let me try to crack the code of your program for you. So we have two groups of students who are here for pinning today. The first group we call BSNX18, and what that means is they are the 18th accelerated BSN cohort to graduate from the University of Michigan-Flint School of Nursing. But with them, we also have some of our students who are in our RN to BSN program. And what that means is that these are nurses who are practicing registered nurses with an associate's degree who took the time to go back and complete a Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. Both of these groups of students were asked to elect a speaker who they thought would make some impactful statements to them at this pinning ceremony. So the first student speaker is from BSNX18, And I'd like to introduce Mallory Bird, the class elected speaker.
All right. Good afternoon, family, friends, faculty, and of course, graduates. Today I am blessed and honored to represent one of the best nursing cohorts that UM-Flint has to offer. And of course, I'm talking about BSNX18. I want to start by thanking the students, the graduates, for allowing me to be here today, because without them, I wouldn't be here babbling about what I hope isn't nonsense. I'd also like to thank the faculty for getting us to this point, and for the wonderful friends and family that we have gathered around us today who have been our rocks throughout this crazy journey. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had this entire speech written out, thought I liked it, then I slept on it, woke up, reread it, and hated it, so I had to rewrite it because I like to live life on the edge still, apparently. But I'm gonna be completely honest with you all, and I'm gonna start out with a question. Who here is just as terrified to be a nurse as I am? Because I am petrified of wearing the RN title on my chest. I don't know if I have any Grey's Anatomy fans in the crowd right now, but when George O'Malley was sitting with his intern buddies and said, "Who here has no idea what they're doing?" That's me. I'm gonna go ahead and raise my hand right now, because I look like what I know what I'm doing, but that's questionable at best. I am terrified. Like, I can't help but imagine the doctor who walks up to me and is like, "Hey, are you the nurse for Chris Donovan in room 2203E? I'm just a student, but hang on, let me go, wait a minute. I'm not just a student. I am the nurse now. Joke's on me. Yikes." Or when the nursing student comes up to me and communicates their patient's concerns with me, and I'm gonna wanna whisper to them, "Are you sure you have the right person? Are you sure it's me?" Because I'm not sure it's me. Or when I have to call a doctor and I'm hyperventilating so badly that they think I'm sitting in a wind tunnel. For that purpose, I think I might swear off coffee, but I also know that that's a nursing cardinal sin, so that probably won't work out for me in the long run. All jokes aside, I know we know a lot. As we've been told multiple times this semester, thank you to Dr. Wilson, we know more than we think we know. The things we struggled to learn in the beginning are now second nature, ingrained in our memories, muscle memory, if you will. I have all of the faith in this cohort that we have the knowledge to be excellent nurses, and I feel deeply in my heart that we will flourish into great nurses very, very soon. We are strong, capable beings who have our entire nursing careers ahead of us, and we have every opportunity to make it exactly what we want it to be. So even though I'm scared, I think I'm gonna run with that opportunity. I'm gonna sprint, but I'm also a klutz, so I'm gonna run into a million things first, and I'm gonna fall. But I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna get up, and I'm gonna keep on going. And I ask each and every one of you here that I've spent the last 16 months with to keep going. If you fall, keep going. I've seen it. I know you can do it. Because as we've learned throughout this program, nursing isn't rainbows and butterflies and unicorns, unless, of course, you work in pediatrics. Then we make every dream known to Disney come true for our kiddos, because that's just what we do. But nursing is hard, especially as the COVID-19 pandemic continues to wane. Bedside nurses are tired, and nursing continues to be mentally draining for a lot of people. But I've seen true grit and determination in this cohort, and I have no doubts that we will not be broken. This is our chance to prove ourselves worthy of our titles. This is our chance to bring nursing back to what it used to be, as many seasoned nurses have looked at me and told me nursing is just different now. But this is our chance to change nursing for the better, especially for those baby nurses who are gonna come behind us in just a few months. It's not that long, and they'll be tailing us. We've reached the end of this journey, and we have to keep going, because the next one's even bigger. So let's stay strong, stay diligent, and stay confident, and keep running with your opportunities, because the future of nursing does depend on us. If you fall, keep going. For the sake of those who have come before us, and the sake of those who have come after us, don't be scared to fall, as long as you keep moving forward. Thank you, and congratulations.
Very well done, Mallory. Thank you so much. The next class-elected speaker was not able to be present today. However, he has provided his remarks to Professor Jamie Kuhnman, the director of the RN to BSN program, to read on his behalf. They will be from RN to BSN graduate James Harrington.
Thank you very much. James writes, "Words do not have the power to express how emotional I became while reading the email asking me if I would briefly speak at the upcoming pinning ceremony. I would never have thought in a million years I would be asked to speak at an event as important as honoring my colleagues' academic achievements. I've seen my fellow students pour their hearts and souls into completing their degrees over these last several months. I am stunned to have even been thought of as someone who would have something to say to my colleagues, no less being asked to speak at a ceremony as honorable as this. You really have no idea how humbled I am. If I were to be able to speak to my nursing colleagues, I would have one crystal clear message to send. Spend the currency of kindness all the time, everywhere. Kindness has the power to change lives forever. The world of nursing has been kind to me in unimaginable ways. First, nursing has taught me how to care for others by skillfully recognizing and addressing people's needs. Second, nursing has taught me how to better communicate. Using therapeutic communication allowed me to uncover root problems with patients, colleagues, and allowed me to work with them and in my own personal life. Third, nursing has taught me how to conduct research to objectively solve problems and intellectually look for answers. And finally, nursing has taught me how to skillfully provide for the healthcare needs of my patients. I usually hear other people talk about their profession as being a means to live their lives away from work. I have come to realize that the world of nursing has provided me exactly what was needed to live my life and bring strength and support to my family as well. Nursing provided me the strength and knowledge to care for my mother in a way that brought a dignified, respectful, pain-free, and peaceful death. Furthermore, nursing has given me the tools to best communicate with members of my family who have had issues with this grieving process. Nursing has also given me the ability to recognize and understand how to help with family members who have issues with depression and how to offer them support and direction towards therapy and mental wellness. Due to circumstances beyond my control, I'm unable to attend the pinning ceremony today. However, I feel that I have been pinned already with kindness. Highest respect and kind regards, James Harrington.
And since this ceremony is being videotaped, James will get to relive his own remarks out of Professor Kuhlman's mouth. So it'll be lovely. You'll all get a link to the recording after the ceremony. This is probably my favorite part of any time we get together with our graduates, to be able to recognize some very deserving students who are going to be earning some very significant awards. I want to say first that every single student graduating that is in this room today is special and unique in their own way, but there were students that were felt to be deserving of these awards based on some specific criteria. So the university selects the Maison Blue speakers. They are not, or awardees. They are not selected by the School of Nursing. And I have the great honor on behalf of the faculty of the School of Nursing to recognize our Maison Blue Distinguished Scholarship Award recipients who were selected by a university-convened committee. We have two winners from the School of Nursing. At this time, I'd like to ask Hillary Beckman to join me on stage. The Maison Blue Distinguished Scholarship Award is considered the highest honor bestowed upon a graduating student from the University of Michigan-Flint. The award criteria is based on academic standing, character, talent, and service to the university, School of Nursing, and/or community. Candidates must meet all of these criteria and be recommended by the faculty as well as members of the community. Maison Blue Award recipients will also be formally recognized at commencement ceremony tomorrow, but we wanted to recognize our recipients from the School of Nursing here today as well. So Hillary, I present you with this certificate. Let me make sure I give you the right one. Hang on. It's the right one.
Thank you.
I present you with this certificate to recognize your many accomplishments, and I congratulate you on this much-deserved Maison Blue Distinguished Scholarship Award.
Thank you.
Very welcome. Now I'd like to ask our next recipient, Jessica Carrasco, to please join me at the podium. Once again, the Maison Blue Distinguished Scholarship Award is the highest honor given to any student graduating from the University of Michigan-Flint in any major from any school. Academic standing, character, talent, and service all taken into consideration by the faculty. Jessica was selected as a Maison Blue winner. Jessica, I present this certificate. I present you the certificate for your many accomplishments, and I congratulate you as well on this most deserved Maison Blue Distinguished Scholarship Award. Congratulations. Next, I would like to acknowledge the award recipient for the Ellen A. Woodman Transformational Nursing Leadership Award. Brenna James, would you please join me at the podium? School of Nursing undergraduate faculty wholeheartedly supported Brenna as the recipient of the Ellen A. Woodman Transformational Nursing Leadership Award. This award is not given every semester with every group of graduates. We could go several semesters without having a student really bubbling up and emulating the characteristics of Dr. Woodman. That's the only time we select a recipient. Dr. Ellen Woodman served as the director of the then Department of Nursing for over 20 years. Dr. Woodman was known for her ability to collaborate, encourage others by seeking new solutions to old problems, and inspire a vision. Brenna is an exemplary student who stands out not only for her academic achievements, but also for her service to the community and to the School of Nursing. She role models professional behaviors as a tutor and participated in a hackathon that was held at University of Michigan in Ann Arbor, where she and her partner came up with the idea for a baby box they named Mother Nurture. The objective of this project was to reduce the infant mortality rate in Flint and surrounding communities. She collected baby items through donations and is currently piloting Mother Nurture at Hurley Medical Center. When the box is delivered, the new mother is provided with all of its contents, as well as education related to infant care and safety and other resources in the community. This, again, is to combat the infant mortality rate in this area. Brenna, with this project, as well as your many other achievements in the community and the School of Nursing, you encourage and inspire others. I am happy to present you with the Transformational Leadership Award. Congratulations. See, they clip everything together for me so I don't mess anything up. I love our staff. We'll talk about them later. I am honored to present this next award on behalf of the Hurley School of Nursing Alumni Association. Noah Wiggins, will you join me on stage? The faculty of the University of Michigan-Flint School of Nursing and members of the Hurley Medical Center School of Nursing Alumni Association recognize outstanding student clinicians with this Clinical Excellence Award. Noah was selected from the BSNX18 cohort by the faculty as a student nurse who not only works well with all members of the healthcare team, but who does so with grace, respect, and professionalism. He is an excellent student clinician who cares greatly about his patients and always ensures they receive the best care possible. He's also, I'm told, served as a great motivator for his cohort. Congratulations, Noah. We're thrilled to present you with this Clinical Excellence Award. The School of Nursing faculty would also like to recognize 3 graduating students for their academic achievement, service, and accomplishments as a student in the Bachelor of Science in Nursing program. 2 of the recipients were not able to be here today, but again, we're recording, so we want them to hear the applause. But I'd like to recognize them anyway, even though they're not here. We offer special congratulations to RN to BSN students James Harrington, whose remarks you just recently heard, and Tika Mitchell-Cowie, both of whom were selected as recipients of the RN to BSN Program Outstanding Student Award. Please let's give them a round of applause. So you've already met our next winner, but I'd like to ask Brenna James to please join me again at the podium. Brenna was selected by the undergraduate faculty as the BSN Outstanding Student Award for the BSNX18 cohort. And you know, sometimes it's just the little things that a student says or does that really leave a lasting impression on the faculty throughout their program. Your dedication, perseverance, and hard work has not gone unnoticed. On behalf of the School of Nursing, I'm proud to recognize you as the member from the BSN X18 cohort selected by faculty to be recognized with the Outstanding Student Award. Congratulations once again, Brenna. Now it's time for what you've all been waiting for. We're going to start with the BSN X18 presentation of nursing pins, but let me sort of give you a hint as to how this is going to go. We've kind of educated the first couple so that you can just follow in their footsteps, but just so you all know, there's a gray X on the floor. You probably can't see it from where you're sitting, maybe some of you can, but that's where you're going to stand, the graduate, when they get pinned. Look towards the camera, because there's going to be a gentleman taking a picture, and then the faculty member who's pinning you, trust me, they're a trained professional. They don't need your help, okay? They're going to put the pin on your lapel while you are looking out, okay? And so without further ado, what we did was we asked each cohort to vote and select the members of the faculty who they wish to be the reader, who will be reading their names and plans and other fun things, and the person who's going to put their pin on them. So for the BSN X18 cohort, the reader is Dr. Denise Campbell, so I'd like to invite her to the podium, and your pinner is Professor Elizabeth Folks. You're going to proceed as directed by the ushers. They will let you know when it's your turn to stand and line up.
Good afternoon. I don't recognize you guys without the mask. It's so nice to see your face. So on behalf of myself and Professor Fawkes, we'd like to thank you for bestowing this opportunity on us to honor each of you as our graduates. So we will start with Walker Allen. Walker has accepted a position as a pediatric emergency nurse, and he would like to thank his mom and dad, his family, and his girlfriend, Hannah. Hillary Beekman. So Hillary is going to be working at Covenant Healthcare on the surgical ICU. She would like to thank her family, her friends, and professors for their support. Lillian Buffaradin. Was I close? No? Sorry. So Lillian's plans after graduation, she's going to be working on the neurotrauma ICU at Genesis, and she would like to thank her parents, her sisters, her boyfriend, and her mentors. Mallory Bird. Mallory is planning to work at Mott, the Pediatric Emergency Department. She would like to thank her fiance for sticking out this crazy ride, my family for loving me through it all, and the staff at U of M who taught me the knowledge I'll carry with me for the rest of my career. Jessica Carrasco. Jessica is going to be working in the cardiovascular ICU in Akron, Ohio. She would like to thank her family, her fiance Brandon, and the great friends made through the program. Kimberly Kaspar Rabun. Kimberly is hoping, once she graduates, to get a position in an emergency department. She would like to thank her Graham, her classmates, her friends and coworkers for their endless support. Emily Chambers. Emily is planning to apply to be commissioned as an officer in the U.S. Air Force, and she would like to thank her husband and children. Genevieve Day. Genevieve is going to be working in the emergency department at Ascension Genesis, and she would like to thank her husband, children, and parents. Crystal Dogie. Crystal is going to be working in the emergency room at Ascension Genesis. She would like to thank her parents, grandparents, and siblings for their never-ending support. Haley Flynn. Haley has accepted a position at Hurley Medical Center. She would like to thank her friends, family, and classmates. Prism Garcia. So Prism is planning to move to downtown Chicago, and she hopes after the move that she'll take a short little break, and then she hopes to start working in the emergency department at either Northwestern Memorial Hospital or the University of Chicago. She would like to thank her mom and dad for their unquestionable love and priceless values that they've instilled in her. Thank you to her wonderful family, friends that she's made. And lastly, but certainly not least, she'd like to express her gratitude and appreciation for her boyfriend who has been with her through every high and low that she can imagine. Chantira Green. Chantira plans to study for her boards after graduation, and she would like to thank her family for their support. Brooke Hansen. So Brooke is planning to work at My Michigan in the emergency department, and she would like to thank her family and friends. Kayla Jackson. So Kayla's going to be working in the cardiac ICU at St. Joe's, Oakland. She's hoping to do some traveling, and she would like to continue her studies and get her DNP degree. She would like to thank her friends and family for their unconditional love and support. Brenna James. So Brenna's going to be working in the emergency department at Children's Hospital of Michigan. She would like to thank God for being her strength, guide, and sense of peace, her family for reassurances and unwavering love and endless support, her classmates for always knowing what is on the syllabus and for providing the much-needed laugh. Elizabeth Little. Elizabeth is planning to work as a registered nurse for the Henry Ford Allegiance. She would like to thank the BSN18 cohort, the nursing faculty, and her family. Caitlyn Monsunelli. Caitlyn is planning to work in the emergency department at the University of Michigan Hospital. She would like to thank her friends who stayed, my family who encouraged me, and my husband for supporting me. Tatiana Miller. After graduation, Tatiana would like to be an ER nurse and travel. She would like to thank her parents, sisters, and best friend. Tamara Nash. Tammy has already been hired at a local hospital. She would like to thank her classmates for all the support that you gave each other. Adam Rugenstein. Adam is going to be working on the progressive care unit at My Michigan Health. He would like to thank his wife and his family for supporting him on this journey. Chandra Ratowski. Chandra has accepted a position at Schurer Health in Pigeon on the acute care unit. She would like to thank her husband, David, all of her family and friends who have supported her while she's been absent working towards this accomplishment. Caitlyn Scroggins. So Caitlyn plans on running her U-Pick flower farm during the summer and then continuing her education. She would like to thank her cats for letting her practice her assessments during COVID, her therapist, Rachel Kakko, and everyone else who helped her along the way. Chloe Thomas. After graduation, Chloe plans to be an aesthetic nurse. She would like to thank her husband for making this possible, her friends and family. Alexa Van Hine. Alexa's plans after graduation is to be an emergency room nurse. She would like to thank her father and her family for their constant support. Paul Walney. Paul would like to continue his education in the DMP program at UM-Flint and work at Hurley Medical Center. He would like to thank his father, Larry, for all of his love and support. Noah Wiggins. Noah plans on working as a cardiology nurse in McLaren Lansing while starting on her DNP FNP this August. He would like to thank his family for supporting him through this amazing journey. Also Professor Margie and Dr. Lisa Terrio for motivating me even when things were hard. Sydney Jerkins. Sydney is planning on working at Covenant in the pediatric ICU unit, and she would like to thank her parents, sister, and husband. And then Wissam Zani. So after graduation, Wissam plans to work in the ER at Memorial and attend graduate school. He would like to thank his wife Jessica, his family, and Yolanda Price Yancey.
Congratulations again to all of the soon-to-be graduates from the BSNX18 cohort. And now I would like to invite Tiffany Bishop, who will be the reader, and Professor Jamie Kuhlman, who will be the pinner for our RN to BSN graduates.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Tiffany Bishop. I'm the academic advisor for the RN to BSN program, and I am honored to be reading our students. Hi. I'm Tiffany Bishop. I'm the academic advisor for the RN to BSN program, and I am here to read for our pin. Rachel Ann Benton. Rachel is currently working as a pediatric nurse, and she would like to thank the love of her life, Tyree Edwards, and her son, Garrett. Clinton Salapari. Clinton is currently planning to graduate and work as a travel nurse. He would like to thank his parents. Terry Estes. Her plans for graduation include continuing to work in her current home case manager position. She would like to thank her daughter Leslie, her mom Betty, and brother Russ for all their support and help. Christina Golding Jewett. After graduation, her plans are to go to Disney World. She would like to thank her husband, Mark, for all of his support and encouragement. Tiani Hale. After graduation, Tiani plans on getting comfortable working as an NICU nurse and in the future becoming an NP. She would like to thank her parents and siblings for being her strength and her village and to help her get to this point.
So as I mentioned earlier, the RN to BSN program is made up of practicing registered nurses. So imagine, if you will, a practicing registered nurse working through COVID at the front line and trying to do nursing school at the same time. I think that is a remarkable achievement for every single one of these RN to BSN graduates, and they deserve another round of applause. Next, I have the pleasure of introducing Noah Wiggins to deliver a message from the BSN, or for the BSNX18 cohort.
Thank you. I was really excited to speak until Mallory went and killed it, and now I'm like, oh, way to set the bar high. So first, I wanted to just take a moment and give an encouraging word and a proper send-off as we move into the next phase of our nursing journey. First, I want to say thank you to all of the BSNX18 cohort members for allowing me the privilege and joy and sometimes frustration of serving as your cohort president for the last 16 months. It was definitely an honor. Next, I want to thank our amazing faculty for creating opportunities for us to learn in the middle of a global pandemic and giving us a firsthand look at the need of being flexible in nursing. As we know, we had clinicals changed the day before we were going to start several times. It was a real roller coaster of a 16-month journey for us to get all of nursing school done that fast in the middle of what was going on. So thank you for everything that you did in making that happen. And before I send you all off, I want to take a moment to not only reflect but appreciate our journey, the highs and the lows. We've experienced a lot in the last 16 months, and we've sacrificed a lot. We've missed family gatherings, we've missed outings with friends, and sleep. We've missed a lot of sleep, there's no doubt about that. We've experienced loss in our personal lives and in the clinical setting. We've held the hands of our patients as they took their last breaths. We've cracked ribs and codes, and some of us have even cried in our cars. Not me. Okay, maybe me. But nursing's hard, and it's stressful. But we've also got to see patients smile as they were discharged from care. We've witnessed the miracles of childbirth, and we've learned that nursing isn't just about passing meds and putting in IVs, because that's what we're all focused on in semester one. It's like, when do we get to put IVs in? Now we're like, can someone else do it? It's about connecting with patients in their most vulnerable times. It's about advocating for our patients and their families when they can't or don't know how to. It's about fidelity and justice, just to name drop a couple ethical principles from the beginning of nursing school. Yes, we've been through a lot in the last 16 months, but the journey is not over. Now is when the real work begins. Now is when we start making a difference. Now is when we are empowered to make a change, not only for our patients, but for the nursing profession that we've been called to serve in. I say this because I believe that with the knowledge, education, and skills that we have learned, we now hold a responsibility not only to our patients, but to the nursing profession and to ourselves. We have a responsibility to keep learning, to keep making progress through research, implementation of evidence-based practice, and promoting better patient care. We have a responsibility to lobby and advocate for safe patient ratios, nursing practices that elevate the standard of nursing in the profession. But at the end of the day, our greatest responsibility is to ourselves, to make sure that we're caring for ourselves, to make sure that you're caring for yourself, to make sure that you're protecting your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health. To remember that being a nurse may be your calling, but it's not who you are. You're more than that. You're more than a profession or the initials at the end of your name. Please do not confuse a job title with who you are. Let me tell you who I think you are. After 16 months of getting to know you all and working with you all, I think that you're caring, empathetic, strong, and brave. I think that you're passionate and inspiring. You're determined and committed, and you have the grit to survive this profession. Don't let yourself believe that your position or your unit or your income somehow dictate your value as a person, because those things can change. But who you are is constant. So while I'm proud to send you out to serve our communities as nurses, I am more proud to send you out as caring, compassionate, loving, and determined people that are going to do great things regardless of the position that you hold. BSNX18, it's been an honor. Thank you.
I don't quite know what to say after that. We're all like, oh.
You can cry in your car.
You didn't. I can cry in my car. Yes, it's way over like across campus. That was excellent. That was a wonderful way, I think, to send off your cohort, as well as words of wisdom for us. Let me be the first to say, and you probably heard it from many of your faculty, for the students who were here on campus with us, you have taught us every bit as much as we've taught you over these last 16 months. You know, we watch you in awe. You know, grit, resilience, all of the words that your speakers spoke of. We see that in all of you. And now we get to see your faces. Like, I'm looking at, oh, that's what you look like. That's hair and eyes. That's like all I know. So one of the things that we always do at pinning, it's kind of a long-standing tradition, is the presentation of the class photo. And a class photo, it's an exercise that is very challenging for most cohorts because schedules, getting everybody together in one place. I know how hard you all work to do that because I got the emails. And trying to get everybody looking their best, and again, just scheduling, this is the wonderful result of that over here. So I'd like to invite the rest of the members, the class officers of the BSNX18 cohort up, gather around the picture. Dr. Cynthia McCurran will gladly and happily accept this gift for the School of Nursing. I will tell you that these pictures hang proudly in the hallway on the second floor of the William S. White building. If you ever want to come by and take a look at it, that's where it will be. So thank you so much for going through all of the difficulties to make this happen. And again, the pandemic didn't make it any easier, so good job, you guys. One of the other long-standing traditions that we have at the pinning ceremony is the lighting of your candles and the Nightingale Pledge. So if all of our graduates and any other nurse in the audience, including our faculty, so if you have family members who are nurses, now's the time. I'd like to invite Professor Libby Bell to the podium. So you're going to stand and turn on your candles, and any other nurses in the audience, please stand as well. The Nightingale Pledge is on the back of the program. Nobody has to have it memorized. And we'll all recite it together.
Thank you. If you haven't found your candle, it should be located under your seat. And it looks like candles are all lit. If we're ready, I will try to go at a pace that you can follow. And first of all, I'd like to say again, congratulations to you all, graduates. The Nightingale Pledge. I solemnly pledge in the presence of this assembly to care for all persons with all of the knowledge, skills, and understanding that I possess, without regards to race, color, creed, politics, or social status. I will do everything in my power to preserve life, alleviate suffering, and to promote health for my patients and my community. I will refrain from any action which might be harmful to those in my care. I will respect the dignity and the religious beliefs of all patients and hold in confidence the personal information entrusted to me. I will endeavor to keep my professional knowledge and skills at the highest level. I will work collaboratively with all members of the healthcare team. I will always strive to uphold and advance the standards of the nursing profession. Thank you.
So that concludes our pinning ceremony. But in closing, I want to tell all of you that once you pass that NCLEX exam, you're registered nurses. You're not our students anymore. We're setting you free out into the world. If I happen to run into any of you in my career, because I also practice clinically, I hope that you know that I would be pleased and proud if you, number one, would call me Megan, because you're colleagues of mine now, right? And we can work shoulder to shoulder together as colleagues, as registered nurses. Just because somebody's been doing it longer doesn't mean that they're better than you are. You can learn from them, they can learn from you. I learn from the new nurses that come into the hospital I work at every single day. All right, you come in with fresh eyes, fresh perspectives. Don't be afraid to educate those who are around you. You have the recent knowledge. You can impart that to people like me who've been nurses for 30 plus years and need to kind of hear that fresh perspective, that energetic level. You're all smart enough to do it. And again, I would be pleased and proud. You find yourself in the Royal Oak Beaumont Trauma Bay next to me, shoulder to shoulder, trying to save a life. We are colleagues now. And every other member of this faculty feels the same way. We would be honored and pleased to work with you in any hospital, on any unit, at any time. So congratulations again. And again, my name is Megan now, okay? So now that you can't help yourselves, I know. Somebody's gonna say Dr. Kaiser again while we're walking around after we're done. You can stay and take as many photos as you like, but we're gonna close us out with a round of Hail to the Victors. Please feel free to sing along.